All right, everybody. So, at this point, we've done some, get out of here. This is some good. All right. So at this point, we've done some basic animation. I know a lot of you came in with, not a lot. Well, yeah, a lot of people came in with a basic understanding of animation. And a lot of people, I think, came in with a basic understanding of frame by frame animation. So hopefully last week's modules really helped with that, really kind of get the basics of using Adobe Animate. So, just creating keyframes, blank keyframes, all that kind of stuff. Talking about the 12 principles of animation. So we talked about, uh, things like squash and stretch and arcs and secondary action and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you've been applying those in your bouncing ball exercises that you guys are working on. So this is another step in creating two-dimensional animation. This is usually what I teach in my 10A course. This course itself is kind of a little more of a, hopefully you've had some background. This course is kind of really meant to be sort of a secondary class. But one thing that we're going to do this week is really practice walk cycles. Okay. A walk cycle, or a cycle in general in animation, is a task that repeats again and again and again. So, someone walking or someone, they kind of do the same poses. It's really bad for the camera, but if I was in person, it'd look a little better. But it's like they repeat the same actions, the same poses. When you have an animal that flies and they flap their wings, there's certain poses. Wings go up, wings go down, wings go up, wings go down, that repeat again and again and again and again. Okay. So we're going to do some cycles today. We're going to do some very basic walk cycles. So there's this quote that I kind of liked. And it says, a walk cycle is the first thing to learn. Learn walks of all types or kinds because walks are about the toughest thing to do right. Okay. So, when we start talking about walk cycles, you're really talking about whether you're talking about a biped or a quadruped. Okay. A biped is a character, typically a human, that walks upright like humans do. And they walk on two legs as opposed to four. Okay. So, Bart Simpson is a biped, walks on two legs. This character has two legs. Okay. A lot of times in cartoons, they take characters that would normally be quadrupeds and make them bipeds. Okay. So for instance, like in real life, a bunny is a quadruped. 1, 2, 3, 4 legs it walks on. However, in cartoons, it's just easier to, trust me that dealing with two legs for an animation is easier than four. They just kind of make them walk like humans. You get a biped situation. Same with like Mickey Mouse. A mouse in real life is a quadruped. 1, 2, 3, 4. But in animation, Mickey Mouse walks like a biped, more like a human than an actual mouse. Even a lot of times when you have these sort of non-typical characters like that don't really exist in real life, like a monster or an alien or something like that, a creature of some sort, a lot of times animators will make them pretty much like a biped, like a human, where they have two legs, two arms, typically, they kind of work the way that a typical human would walk. Okay. So in this module today, we're going to cover three basic types of walk cycles. What I call a simple walk cycle, what I call a regular or 4-pose walk cycle, and then an advanced walk cycle, or what I would call an 8-pose walk cycle. Okay. So let's start with the basic Very basic. Okay. So I have this character here. And I've already kind of taken this character and I've broken into parts. Okay. Layers. And there's sort of the torso with the arms and the legs and the head. This is all sort of one layer here. And then I have a left leg and a right leg. Okay. And each leg is kind of, is its own little, in this case, I made him a symbol, or I just have it as a character that you can work with. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to extend the length of the torso. And the easiest way to do something like this is like literally, in a simple walk cycle, it really just is up, down, up, down. If it's a biped, whenever one leg is up, the other leg is down. That's it. Okay. So I decide if his left leg is down, then his right leg should be up. So I would just literally just come in and just kind of, raise it up. And then let's just, and then you just kind of reverse it. So in the first keyframe, his left leg was down, his right leg is up. Now let's do the opposite. His right leg will be down and his left leg will be up. So let's go here. Let's move this up. I probably actually should, I'm going to put like a little reference line. So I'm actually going to go to rulers and I'm just going to pull out a guideline. This kind of helps me remind me where the ground is, So the ground is kind of like right there. So then I'm going to move this down to here and move this up. Okay. So boom, boom. And then really you could just kind of like repeat this. So I'm actually deliberately kind of giving them a little bit of time. I'm actually going to copy these frames here. And actually, maybe I'll just put these together so I don't accidentally copy something from another layer. Edit, timeline, copy frames. Edit, timeline, paste frames. Okay. Oops, although I made 2 layers there. I don't know if I want that. Maybe I got to do this as 1 layer. Copy frames. Paste frames. Yeah, okay, let's not do that. I'm just going to copy this. Copy frames, and then let's just paste the frames. All right, maybe I'll go to like 20, maybe. And then I'll just do the same thing for this. I'm just going to copy these 2. So this is like the cycle, This is 1 cycle, and then it repeats, 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 repeats. So I'm going to take these and copy these frames, and then I'm going to come here and paste those frames. And I'm just going to paste them a couple times so this matches up. And let's extend the torso. The torso should be the length of here. So insert frame. Okay. I'll turn off my instruction layer here. And so if I play this back, okay, boom. Now, at the moment, my character is kind of walking in place. As kind of like if this was the camera, everything in life is about reference. So if the character is steady and they're walking in place, then the background really needs to move. So something I might do here is I'm going to make a background layer called background. And I'm just going to like literally just drag a line. Okay. And I need a point of reference. So maybe there'll be like a rock. Okay. And I'm just going to draw like a little rock. So let's make this black. Oops. All right, there's my rock. Let's fill it in. All right. Oops. I want this actually, I want the rock to start like here. And then I'm just literally just going to copy this and move it to the left. So, we can use like insert keyframe for that. So it copies from the last one. And I'm just literally going to kind of move it like this. All right. And then actually, so what's going to happen here is like the rock is like, that's our point of reference. So essentially the character's walking in place, but really what's happening is there's like if my character is this, it's like the camera's following him. Like if my finger was the camera and then the background's moving behind it. Okay. So let's play that back. Okay. Now, obviously, you might even want to add a little more where maybe the arms go up and down or, but this is like a very basic walk cycle. Literally up, down, up, down, up, down. And in this case, I added like a little background drawing to sort of show as a reference point, to show that the character is moving. Okay. In the next video, we're going to take this up a notch and we're going to do a simple, regular walk cycle. This is going to maintain, this is going to have 4 main poses. And then we'll talk about the poses because the poses all have meaning. And we'll talk about why the poses are the way they are. And we'll take a look at them. Okay.